Yes, sir.
We back at it again. We got your boys Cobe Rise and Rise. We got the Rise and Rise Academy. And we got Showtime, my brother. Welcome to the show. Let's go.
You already know. I'm back
Yes,
at it.
How you feeling,
back
my
with
brother?
you. Great, man. Blessed and favor. Everything been going real good. I want you to say something again. Make sure it's not an echo. I thought I heard an echo.
Testing 1, 2. It's still an echo?
Can you hear it, or is that just me? Is that on my end?
Let me see something. Testing.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Testing.
Good. Yeah, you good. That's perfect.
I know what
that's
it was.
Perfect.
Yeah, I had 2 mics on at the same time.
Okay. It was just a little echo, so I was like, let's get that. But yeah, man, glad to be back, man. My apologies. I tried to tap in last week. We spoke about it to all the rises. I know everybody's still been getting it in. I tried to tap in on the way home, but man, great things been happening my end. And it's just a testament, man, to everything that we talk about, man. We talk about these skills. We share this knowledge. We share this info. And the crazy thing is, you feel me, about transitioning into that CMS role, that CMS position inside the school system to be a teacher. I even spoke about here, and yeah, man, great things just been happening. God is good. Everything that we've been talking about, being true to self, just being mindful of health, everything, man, I think got me where I am today. I've been at a middle school doing some teaching. Been in there this is my second week, so yeah, definitely good things happening.
That's what's up.
Trying to share this out.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you, big dog. Like, man, he is a testament, man. Listen, he is about to change the game when it comes to this teaching thing you did. So you already know, man. Big congrats to you, my brother.
I appreciate you. I'm gonna share this out.
No doubt. Why you doing that, man? So just to start the topic off, as y'all can see, the title is Real Love. You did. And we're gonna bring it back to the health. It wouldn't be possible we didn't do it. But when it comes to real love, when you think of love, you think of the heart organ. You did. And Showtime actually put this together when he talked about the topic of love in your heart organ as it relates to health. So I'll actually start with you, my brother. I'll get my take on it after that.
Okay. So, yeah, man, just being mindful of your heart. So I'm trying to get a way to really. Okay, so I'll start here. So being in this field, what I realized is a lot of even our youth, man, they lack. There's not a lot of love. Like whether it be, just love gestures, whether it be just somebody being nice to you, dog. Like it's really not a lot of love, bro. Like the simple things that I feel like, I don't know if maybe it's the time. Maybe we're moving as a people in another direction. I always say, man, I think as a country we lack compassion. If we address some of those issues the way some of these people on the exterior feel, I think we'll do better with a lot of these mass shootings and other things. But not to ramble, I was just speaking about the love, man, and like you said, just putting it together really quick. It's just I felt. We start with just the natural way that you could show someone love on a day-to-day basis. You start there, and we underestimate how much that affects us. I realize a lot of even children, man, they're not showing any love, man. Like I realize, handshakes I have to do, and I've embraced. I realize, oh shoot, this may be the only handshake you get. This may be the only hug some of these kids get. I see, some kids. I didn't think of it. I work at a group home, but I didn't think, some children come right to school from a group home, so just looking at it from even perspective, I'm like, what if you're not receiving any love? How does that affect how you feel about yourself? How does that affect how you feel about your health? A lot of these kids don't even care. They don't know why they're here. They don't care about why they're here in school. So, I could only imagine. We dang sure don't care about my health. You feel me? Like I don't even
That's
care. I
real.
don't,
That's deep.
you see what I'm saying? So we don't realize how much it affects that heart organ. Like I said, just a simple love gesture. Like I realized, man, going from, I'm a mover, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm always trying to move and shape, and just even being in different fields. It's not just the kids, but I think even some jobs I've been on where people just talk to you, any type of way,
Any
on
type
a
of way.
day-to-day basis, on a day-to-day basis. So what would that do to your morale? What does that do to your inside? I know some people, like, you're so drained and stressed, you can't even really get out and work out. You can't do the 30-day challenge we put together because one of your excuses is going to be, man, I at work, I'm stressed out from work, stressed out from this. All that stuff is mentally fatiguing. You feel me? Like I carry myself with high energy. I naturally always am just trying to share some love. You feel me? And what I notice is that builds people up. It gives you energy. It makes you want to do those things to strengthen your heart. We lead the country in cardiovascular. Well, what is it? America is one of the top countries when it comes to those cardiovascular issues. And one of the leading causes to some of that cardiovascular issues is stress. How do we get so stressed, man? We treat each other all types of crazy amongst one of the high ones. I know we have bills and other things, but could you imagine if everywhere you went, you just shared some love? Do you think that could turn, a bad day into something a little bit better?
Absolutely.
If you see what I'm saying? So I'll let you go ahead and get in, man. I'll go on this topic.
Yeah, no, I definitely want you to add in too, because man, you really open up the gate. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, but it's needed. You know what I'm saying? That gate needs to be open because, this affects us more than any other race in America. You know what I'm saying? We're the leader when it comes to someone who's going to have some type of heart disease or heart failure. And like you said, most of that is due to stress. Most of that is due to stress. And black men under 50 have a higher rate than any other race in America. We have the most stress. And stress leads to other disease, overweight leads to stress, lifestyle leads to stress. If you're not living a certain lifestyle, that's going to be stressful. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody's heard of that survival mentality. That is a stressful mindset. That fight or flight. If you constantly in that fight or flight, that's just messing up your heart rhythm, because you're so worried about, looking over your shoulder. That's stress. You did. I think what you said was perfect. It's profound. Just radiating a different type of energy is it's addictive. It's welcomed. Let me not say addictive. It's welcomed because it's something that we all need. That's something that we miss. And anybody can relate to it. You don't have to have a stressful day to relate to it. You can be happy and then that's just going to gravitate. It's like a magnet. You know what I'm saying? And so with that, you can see a lot of stress in people just from the way they talk to you. Like, man, what's going on, bro? How you been? Man, same old. Just sound low. You know what I'm saying? Like, pick yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you living doing the same stuff every day that's not really aiding you in productivity. That's stressful. And it's like you're on a hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you're an entrepreneur for someone who's doing a 9-to-5 that they don't like. And it's a hamster wheel effect. When you go into a job, if you going into it not being respected every day by day, you come home, then you arguing with your girl. That's stress. You know what I'm saying? You're not performing like how you want to. Then people start to pull away from you. Now you start to be alone. And I know I'm talking to somebody. I know I ain't the only person that might have went through something, but I'm just saying it's a stressful life. Long story short, you gotta change your lifestyle. Lifestyle modification, dropping your weight is absolutely profound when it comes to lowering your stress. Getting in shape
That's a fact.
will profoundly lower your stress. I know so many
That's
people go to
a,
the gym and feel better just because they getting out of that environment. They just getting out all that hard work, that hard stress that they've been through. So by the time they come home, they're a lot more grateful. They're a lot more relieved. And it's like, man, that bad day now turned to a better day. They got to throw some weight around. They got to go run. You know what I'm saying? When they go box or whatever. But it made their lifestyle a little bit better. And now they're incorporating a better lifestyle because of it. And that essentially will lower your stress. I mean, and of course, that's not absolute. We know that's not the only thing to do, but lifestyle modification,
mhm.
dropping away, that's going to lead you to a more stress-less life, stress-free life.
Yeah, for sure. And sharing that
For real.
love, like you hear in the topic. So I wanted to read just a definition I put up. The heart is an organ about the size of your fist that pumps blood through your body. It is made up of multiple layers of tissue. Your heart is at the center of your circulatory system. Okay. So just to give you that definition, give some context behind everything. And yeah, man, you gave some great examples of things that come into our lives that can stress us, and we just talking about all those things affect your stress levels alone. We haven't even started actually getting to work out. Well, these things hindering us from working out is what I'm saying. So yeah, definitely, man. I say that energy is going to definitely start there. You'll be surprised, man, what we could do for each other. How we can just build each other up before we even get there, before we even get, you
That's
know,
real.
yeah, before we even get to the workout stages. Just good energy. I realize, it'll motivate you to want to do better for yourself. You feel me? Like I realized just sharing love, man. Just letting someone know, letting these children know, man, that yeah, somebody sees you. It matters what you do. Your life matters. So that's essentially what it is. Even those examples that you've given, like I said, I'm close. I'm been one on one with the kids, but even adults, you'll greet a grown man, and he'll, yeah, it's all right. What does he think about his life? Is he going to be one of the ones to do this free for 2023, this 30-day challenge? Would they be one of the ones? So like I said, man, I think we have to. I'm going to start with being that change I want to see. I know us, the risers, I know we definitely will. And like we said in the topic, that love, man, just that love as it equates to the heart organ, as it helps us when it comes to health and wellness. You know, that love is going to help us right here with the heart, right here in the heart. So that's real, man.
Yo,
You'll be surprised.
that's real, man. And I pretty much want to say it like this. Before you get to the workouts, I think you said it profoundly. It starts with yourself. If you ain't in that self-love category, it's gonna be hard for you to stay consistent. You really gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself to bring the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? If you think love yourself, it's gonna be difficult for you to bring the best out of yourself. You have to think highly of yourself. You have to be massively confident. I'm talking about massively confident to the point where you love yourself so much that there's no way that you will be less than. You won't be a stressful life. You'll make sure that you are radiating good energy to everybody else. You make sure that that's a priority. You dig? And then, like you were saying, man, with that self love, I mean, I don't even think you can start making lifestyle modifications until you get that self love under control. Wholeheartedly, honestly. It's kind of like when you do something halfway or you do it all the way with your heart. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. Like when you put your whole heart into something, they already know how you about to come. You see the heart of somebody, be like, man, you got heart, young boy. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't giving up. He giving it all. He giving it everything. You dig? And so I think a little bit of well, let me say this. With having self-love, you share love. And that's what you was talking about when you just radiating that good energy and being the change you want to see to give it to everybody else. You dig what I'm saying? So now you starting to make a change for everybody else around you. Now you're making a difference. You dig? It starts with that self-love and you radiate it out. For me, I mean, gosh, I know when I was doing my self-love journey, man, I just, become the lovable person. You know what I'm saying? And I could tell if I wasn't in my love state because I was real short. It was like, you know what? I'm not really showing the love right now. Let me back it up real quick and let me just be intentional. Let me be intentional. Let me be a lovable person because I love myself. I was able to talk to people in a much better light. You know what I'm saying? I was able to, think about things from a more creative standpoint just because I was coming from a love perspective. That's how strong it is. When your heart is healthy, when you radiating that love and you radiate to everybody else, you start to think more clear. You start to listen better. You dig what I'm saying? You start to eat better. Just everything kind of makes more sense. And I know I'm just kind of talking, but I mean, at the same time, there's some truth to it. You dig? Because you really got to put that work in to put that self-love, but it takes an intentional person to make sure that you are radiating that out to everybody else. And it's effective because you can feel it. You ever talk to somebody and be like, man, I feel so much better after talking to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. And I wanted to mention too, I love what you said too. How you, when your energy was off, you backed up a little bit, man. You backed up a little bit. You never know how that affect the next person. When your energy's off, you pushing off negativity. You never know how bad or how hard the next person may have had it. So I definitely wanted and I love how you say because we're gonna have those. You can't be just, I get it. The world isn't just where we could just show love every day. We get it. We always let you know we be 100% transparent. But definitely take a couple steps back. Take a couple steps back. Reassess. I love everything you were saying. Make sure your real intention goes. I'll let you finish. Definitely.
Yeah. Now that was I mean, that was pretty much it because like I want to make sure that people can understand, man, like everybody has love in them. Everybody. It's just up to us to bring that out. And we really have to care enough to bring it out every single day. If you live in a stressful life, it's hard to be lovable. It's hard to show love because it's hard because you can't see it in your own self. You letting that stress cloud you. Another way to think about it from a religious standpoint, you letting the devil take you over. You letting the devil take you over. Once you start radiating from a love perspective, you really see and feel what they mean when they say you living in God's purpose. You truly, really see that because you coming at this thing like you giving it everything you got with love, with real love. All these distractions won't matter. And every day is not perfect. You're going to wake up and it's going to be stressful thoughts on your mind. But it's up to us to be like, I already know it's a distraction. Let me make sure I'm showing my love and repent. I think once we repent and say, you know what, I'm not being lovable right now, let me take a step back. Let me make sure I'm showing my true intention. Let me give my all with true love because I care about myself enough to give the next person the best version of me. Because right now, I'm not showing the best version of myself. I'm too busy thinking about the stressful life that whatever I have to deal with. And it's not helping me perform in a better way. It's kind of like being present. Like, don't worry about your bills. Don't worry about the girl who dissed you. Just be present. You know what I'm saying? Be present and be yourself. And just bring that. That you're gonna operate from a love perspective. And you'd be surprised how people look at you when you do that. They be like, you know what? I needed to talk to you. I needed this. It's just really about being real. That's just, that's just my thing. And one more thing too. You don't have to be a gangster to be real. That's all I'm gonna leave it at.
Yeah. And you don't have to be a gangster or not a gangster to show love. You can still be a gangster, show love, and
Way to
not be a
bring that
gangster
back.
and still show love. So
That's a
I
fact.
want to leave you with this. The heart is an organ. It's an organ that controls our circulatory system. All right. And a way we can contribute to heart health is love. The way you can strengthen that heart organ, take it from me, a cardiac arrest survivor, one that has been through everything you could imagine when it comes to my heart. And I still have the same one. I don't have anything. I don't know what you can do with the heart bionic or whatever. I have the same heart I was issued. Heart stopped for 10 minutes, and God still saw to it that I'm here sharing love with the risers and all the people that may see this today. Love flowing, boost self-esteem. I see just how when I show love, when I am real intentional, like you said, I love what you said, intentional, because I realize the position I have. So I like to intentionally show that love. And I realize how the confidence it puts into those people. It's not just students. I do this with people too, because I realize that with that encouragement to strengthen that heart organ. I'll leave you with that. Make sure you show some love this week. Keep showing that love. It could be anything. It could be a gesture. Hold the door. That's another thing, man. I got women like, oh, shoot, I didn't even know men still hold the door. Hold the door. Show some love while we can't hold the door. My mom always had me holding the door, so that's nothing. Little simple things like that, we've gotten so far away from. So show love. Keep that heart organ strength.
I rock with that, man. That's real. I'll leave y'all with this. Just self-reflect. You did. Get out, talk to people, be present. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. Don't think about your bills, whatever, man. Just be there. Do what should be done in instinct because you know it's right. Do the right thing. I don't care about what everybody else talking about. You do what you need to do. Speak the truth and be wise about it. You did? And I'm going to leave you with a reflecting process. And I think this will help when it comes to just building that self-love. Pick a time of the day. You know what I'm saying? Where if something happened to you that you just felt triggered or whatever, write it down. Just write it down. Get your journal. Write down every little thing that just hurts you, triggers you, whatever the case may be. This is going to increase your awareness when it comes to that negative mindset, that emotion that happened. Because once you notice it more, the more you're motivated to take the next step to improving who you are. And just stay away from these labels. It don't matter if something was good that happened, bad that happened. It's just life. Life is good and bad. You have to take what life gives you and take it as an opportunity to take a positive action. It don't matter if we like it or dislike it. You take it and turn it into a positive action. And upon that, just understand that each situation is from a perspective of another person. Where that person came from, how that person was brought up, whatever that mindset is that perspective. Now, look at yourself from a better perspective. So if a situation happened to you where you were negative or something made you act negative, how would you respond to that situation if you were coming from a place of confidence and groundedness? Come from that mindset when you reflect it, so you know how to deal with things in a more positive light and taking things into a positive action when you are positioned with a negative emotion, or if you think something made you act a certain way. If you were the perfect self, if you were your loving self, how would that person have handled that situation? I'll leave y'all with that, man. This your Rise and Rise Academy. You dig what I'm saying? When we face with an obstacle, what we do.
We rise and rise, baby. Peace.